Alright guys, welcome back. This is Vaipo. I'm back with another game of League of Legends. This is going to be another North American game. We're actually going to be at around 2350 in this game. It's actually, the average is 2347 and it's around Diamond 4. So we're going to quickly jump into this game, and before I actually jump into the game, I'm going to quickly say that there is going to be some information about a giveaway in this video. I have decided to start putting it at the end of videos so that then if somebody actually wants to grab one of these games, they can leave a comment below or something, and then that way people that actually do watch the videos more often are not going to be, you know, are not going to lose giveaways to people who subscribe just for giveaways. So hopefully that might work in some form of way. I really don't want to be making a video just that's titled giveaway video information or something like that. I mean, that's just too simple. You know, somebody's going to just type into the search thing to giveaway, and that's not fair on the actual people that deserve those items. So I suppose sometime towards the end of the video is probably where it's going to be. So keep watching, and the information on which games are going to be in this giveaway are going to be somewhere at the end. So let's jump straight into it. Now we have Irelia in sorry, she's at top. Mumu's in the jungle, and he is going to be helped by Irelia. Unfortunately, strange enough, it does look like Cho'Gath did not even waste a bit of mana to attack this. So there's going to be a bit of damage coming off there. Of course, Lee Sin started at the red, nothing special there. Now the funny thing is, I saw that Kennen went top and Nidalee middle. This is a bit unexpected by me. I thought that Kennen would take mid and then Nidalee would take top, which would kind of make sense, but then that would imply that Nidalee's AD, even though it does appear that she's building AD. She has the Doran's Blade, and she has not much AP anyways from Runes and Masteries. So it is a little bit strange. It's a bit unorthodox, but what can we do? That's pretty much what this game you get in this game. Now Lee Sin is going to be heading down here, and there's unfortunately no wards here yet, so this could get pretty dangerous. I mean, what can they see? They can't see anything, and even though Mumu is pretty close nearby, this could get pretty messy for the blue team. They could go down very, very quickly here. Vayne is going to engage, starting the damage first. She's going to be taking a lot of damage, but she does get a shield from Lee Sin, and it does look like Lu is going to survive. She's still alive with that shield. Oh my god, she's just about alive, but Lee Sin does end up picking that up. Now Janna is just about getting away from Tristana. Tristana not able to do. I do believe that Lee Sin should have probably been a bit more prepared to actually jump at Tristana and pick up the second kill, or at least, you know, do a bit more harassment. But that was a very, very good engage. A bit of a mistake from the blue team for not having a ward there. So there's the first blood. I actually did not see that coming at all. I mean, I did join the game very early, so fortunately I did not end up spoiling my own first blood. But okay, let's quickly have a look at the teams now. I think everyone's going to be playing a little bit safe now that first blood has been called. So Irelia versus Kennen up top. Irelia is 2395 with Diamond 3. Kennen is Diamond 1 with 2488. He is actually the highest rated player in this game. And we're going to see how he does against Irelia, because at the moment, as you can see, he's absolutely demolishing Irelia. The only problem with Irelia is when she's playing against the ranged champion, she actually just has to hold on for a little bit until the later game, and then later on she becomes very dominant. Now this Janna is probably going to get away under this turret. There isn't really that much they can do at the moment. Of course, there is no rocket jump ready either, so there wasn't really that much they could do. Now again, no ward from the blue team. This is again a big mistake that they might be causing very, very soon if Lee Sin decides to show up here again. I mean, yes, there's a ward here, but that's not even theirs. That's the purple team's. Their ward is here, which means if Lee Sin just casually decided to stroll down here and, you know, go down the very most basic way, I mean, they're pushed. If Lee Sin came down here, that's pretty much a guaranteed kill. So I'm really not sure what Lulu's thought process is with not warding. They are actually paying him to go back, but I do think that there should be a ward here. A long time ago, there should have been a ward here from the very, very beginning, because Lee Sin can make that early appearance. Now, of course, he did just stroll down there straight away. They weren't even expecting him to show up there, because of course he did start red. But I mean, you always have to be prepared just in case anyways. Now Lee Sin is here doing a lot of damage onto Mumu, so that is going to place him a little bit ahead, even though he is going to be taking a bit of damage here as well. He might get dropped. It does look like Mumu is going to come onto him and jump and rather stun and picking up that kill. A lot of CC coming off. As you can see, Lulu coming in here with a perfect slow, and that was a ridiculous amount of damage. Nothing could have been done there. He did actually try to get away there with a safeguard, but of course he was stunned at the same time, so there wasn't really that much that he could do. Now a 1-for-1 kill right now. Let's quickly look at the junglers. Mumu is Platinum 1 at 2130 2130. He's actually the lowest player on this in this game, and I'm assuming he's just duo queued with somebody else, because I mean, if he's 217 rating below below the average, then he's got to be some sort of, you know, good player who's queuing with a friend to get up to the higher rating faster or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how these things work, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't belong in this rating just yet. Now against him we have Lee Sin, who's Diamond 3 with 2407, so as you can see, this guy's pretty high. He definitely is around the right rating right now. And Nidalee is going to be finding it a little bit difficult to fight this Cho'Gath actually. I do believe that Cho'Gath will counter Nidalee, especially towards a bit later, because right now he has a ridiculous amount of sustain against her. The only problem he has is he does push a bit too much, but of course the spikes, Vorpal spikes, they can actually be turned off if you want to, so they're not exactly, you know, you don't always have to push. It's your choice whether you want to push or not. So I think he's probably going to end up pushing. He has a lot of sustain, he has a lot of tankiness, so he will probably end up pushing a little bit. Now Lee Sin is ready to actually place a gank here onto Irelia. I do think that they would probably end up picking it up. I mean, Irelia doesn't have an ult, and on top of that, Irelia's ult is not one of those ult that can actually prevent a gank. It's more like an ult to secure a gank, rather when, you know, when somebody's ganking for you. So Lee Sin is going to be ready here. This could get very ugly for Irelia. Lee Sin is going to be ready. She's not aware of him, of course. He is just sitting in the bush there waiting. Now unfortunately Cannon is actually pushing a little bit too much. He should not be doing this at all. He should be letting these minions get pushed, and this is a bit of a mistake. The highest rated player in the team is actually ending up ruining this gank, which could have went very, very well for Cannon. Now Nidalee is going to be here. She is going to get a perfect flash, but it does look like this could get pretty dangerous. What is going on? Amumu actually picked that up, and it does look like it was definitely a worthwhile kill, but of course Cannon picking that kill in return for Cho'Gath. A bit unfortunate for Cho'Gath to actually get caught there by Lee Sin. But I guess they just weren't really aware of how close or how much damage he could pull off. Of course, Lee Sin, one of those very bursty champions because of the fact that he has 7 skills, technically speaking. Plus a very, very powerful passive, which gives him a lot of extra damage also. So quickly looking at the mid laners, we have Nidalee, who is Diamond 1 with 2486, second highest rated player on the team, against Cho'Gath, who's Diamond 4 with 2314, so he's pretty high as well. In the Diamond League, I mean, pretty much anyone in the Diamond League can be considered, you know, professional, or, well, sorry, no, professional. Definition of professional means that you're earning money off it, so these would be, I don't know, I doubt they earn money off it, but perhaps some of these guys stream or something like that, and they get a bit of a partnership kind of sponsor thing, just like I do. But these are very high rated players, and they're just at the pro level. Let's just call it the pro level of gamers. So Diamond 4 for Cho'Gath. Now let's quickly look at the bottom. This was actually where the very first bit of action was happening, so let's quickly have a look. We kind of left them neglected, or rather I did. So Tristana is actually Diamond 1 with 2485. She's the third highest rated player on the team. Very, very high up there as well. Against Tristana, we have Vayne, who's Diamond 3 with 2384, 2348, who's obviously Diamond 3, being 2 leagues below, and also about 150 rating. This is quite a bit actually, but as you saw earlier, didn't really help, or didn't really cause that many problems in terms of damage output. Now, as for the supports are a bit strange as well. They're both pretty low rated, I mean, in comparison to everyone else. Janna is Platinum 1 with 2190, and Lulu is Diamond 5 with 2224. So I always seem to notice that many of the supports are actually quite low rated, and I believe that is actually due to the fact that supports very often actually end up making or breaking a game, just purely because if you have a good support, you can secure a lot of kills for your AD carry. If your AD carry does well in return, the AD carry will carry your game, hence the name, and the AD carry will also, you know, secure that win.
How long till we've been working?
20 or so. Great, apologies for that. I did end up getting in trouble with my brother, so hopefully there was nothing missed, and I believe there wasn't. So kind of lost my thought process, but yeah, the supports. It seems that pretty much every time when a support is doing very well, the kill is pretty much, you know, secured. Not the kill, the win is pretty much secured. And that way, when the win is secured, you know, the support has a lot better win-loss ratio, which means she's automatically, or he is automatically placed in high-rated games. And this often either happens because your carry is high and you end up queuing with him, or because you just get placed because of some matchmaking system. I'm not exactly sure 100% how the matchmaking works, but I assume that if you're getting like, you know, 15-20 wins in a row, that you're going to be placed against a bit higher players. Now Lee Sin is actually ready here. He could end up jumping onto Lulu. It probably wouldn't be the best of ideas, even though they are in the turret, so there isn't really that much they can do. But it does look like they're getting a little bit aggressive onto Vayne, which does seem like a good idea right now. But Lee Sin again not quite able to jump onto anybody here. I do believe that he should have probably made that attempt to jump onto that, because of course that would pretty much cause them to run all the way back here. I mean, that is a long distance to run. The only problem at the moment I see is that they're kind of not pushing anymore, and they also have a lot of wards. They're going to be aware of this. They're going to automatically spot Lee Sin. I'm going to quickly go back. I want to see that they spot him here. Yep, they definitely spotted Lee Sin, so they are going to be aware of his position right now. So that is a little bit unfortunate for Lee Sin to be completely denied a kill there. Now this could get a little bit dangerous. Nidalee is a little bit low. She could probably put... actually, she doesn't max her heal first. She did max her Q first instead of the heal. I usually like to max my E first, because that gives you quite a lot of damage output with your auto hits, as well as obviously the sustain that you need in the lane. Now Lee Sin is going to be running through the middle. He's going to be giving away his position yet again. I believe he's just probably leeching a little bit of health or experience, because that is, you know, a very decent source of experience. Not the greatest, but it is a decent source of getting an experience as the jungler. Now it's 4-2 rather, on the kills. Blue team in the lead. They're actually a bit behind on the gold, believe it or not, and that is because Kennen just took out a turret, so they are going to be about 1600 gold behind, as well as the fact that, as you can see, Vayne is quite far ahead on minion kills, as well as Kennen. Actually, look at Kennen. Kennen is doing ridiculously well on those minion farms. I mean, he's at 101 minions. Like, that is insane, the amount of minions that he picked up as the top laner. Fortunately for Irelia, she's only at 52, so she's doing pretty poorly in terms of minions right now, but all is not lost. Irelia still becomes pretty dangerous. Now Mumu coming in here with a perfect ult, picking up 2 people, and wow, that bandage actually messing up just a little bit, but she does end up taking, as I said earlier, the ult from Irelia is actually perfect for securing those kills. Now Mumu, is Mumu going to survive? No, Mumu's going to get taken out. That was ridiculously well. An auto hit actually finishing him off, I believe. Very, very close. He would have almost survived it if he would have survived it probably if he would have backed off earlier, but of course he wanted to secure that kill just in case. Now Kennen is becoming quite a menace, but as you can see, Irelia also just picked up 2 kills and an assist. This is going to start to be a very, very big issue for the purple team, because Irelia is one champion that you definitely do not want to feed, especially after she just went 58 minions against 104. She was, well, before she actually came back up here, she was less than half of Kennen's minions. At this stage, that is a very, very bad score, but now with an extra 2 kills and an assist, she's going to have so much gold. She has 3.8 thousand health right now. The way I see it, she's probably going to finish off her Bloodthirster and then probably go tanky. Or actually, no, she's going to go for Blade of the Ruined King. It does look like she's going to go a bit better build, seeing as, yes, Blade of the Ruined King did get changed recently to add extra attack speed, so that does make sense. I have to get used to a bit more to the new items that are released, because of course that is very important. That extra attack speed from Blade of the Ruined King, as well as on hit effect, as well as the lifesteal, as well as the damage. It's a crazy amount of damage to be doing for you know, for Irelia. Now Nidalee does look, she might get intercepted here. Now I'm pretty sure that the only person that has a slow here at the moment is what's her name, Tristana with a rocket jump, but it does look like Nidalee is pretty safe. They're obviously jumping away. There isn't really anything that they can do without a permanent slow. And of course, Tristana's jump is very, very long cooldown. Now, as you can see, 7-3 on the kills. Purple team surprisingly still ahead because of all those minion kill advantages that they have. I mean, both Vayne and Kennen actually have quite a bit of an advantage. Now, there's Kennen doing a bit of harassment. He's gonna not be able to take on Cho'Gath as far as I know, because Cho'Gath just simply has too much survival in comparison to Kennen. Now, the problem for Cho'Gath is that Kennen already has a Leandra's Torment because he's pretty farmed, and he of course has those 2 kills. So that does mean that he's going to be doing damage over time to Cho'Gath whenever he actually ends up hitting him with a spell. This is a big problem for Cho'Gath because obviously Cho'Gath is one of those champions that would rather build a lot of health and survival rather than, health and damage rather than, survival. Kennen getting a bit intercepted here. It does look like he's going to get eaten by Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath doing that ult a little bit early, unfortunately having to finish it off. I'm not sure, did they finish that off with an ignite? I'm going to quickly go back and see how that happened. I believe that was finished off with an ignite. So let's see this. Amumu coming in here, he's going to finish off the raid and jump onto him. Now let's quickly slow it down very, very quickly. Cho'Gath has an ignite ready. Let's see if he uses the ignite to finish it off. Yes, he does finish that off with the ignite. A bit of a waste, but what can you do? That is unfortunately what he had to do to secure that kill. I do believe that it was a bit of a waste because, of course, Kennen could not have gotten away there no matter what. But I believe he probably just wanted to make sure that Amumu does not actually pick that up. But in my opinion, still a bit of a mistake. I think even an assist would have been better to keep the ignite, because ignite is quite a long cooldown and quite a useful one also. Now 8-3, they finally managed to pull ahead with a 5-kill lead. That is quite massive. I mean, 5 kills is what they had to do to actually pull ahead on gold. So let's quickly go back to the gold tab. We're going to see who is miles ahead and who's just even. Now, as you can see, Vayne, Tristana is actually very equal with Vayne on gold, just purely because of her farm. She's only a little bit ahead actually at the moment. Purple team losing their second turret. I messed that up. I was thinking that that's third there, but that's actually a second turret going on for them. Okay, I'm just gonna skip that bit because I messed up completely on the English part of it, not even on the casting part. So 2 turrets lost for each side. There is a very, very small difference in gold, about 700 gold right now, 700 gold in favor of the blue team, and that's actually purely due to the fact that they have so many kills ahead right now. Even with the extra farm lead that both the top and bottom laners have, they can't really pull ahead on gold just purely because of all those kills. This might seem a bit good. I mean, they have a lot of farm, but then at the same time, if you think about it, technically speaking, this is quite an issue also, because that means that the blue team is finding it a bit easier to pick up kills right now. And while the game is not only about kills, it's about team play, this could indicate that the blue team has a little bit better team play right now. Now, Mumu does not have his ult. He's on 20-second cooldown, and it does look like Janna might actually drop here. It does look like the ult is going to finish her. Actually, no, Tristana picks that up with an auto hit, I believe. Just letting Aurelia's ult get a little bit wasted there. Now they're going to back off. It is going to be safe. They're going to actually do a dragon here. I do believe there is actually vision here. There is a ward up here. It's not able to see how far the dragon is, but they are going to probably end up seeing it. Now let's quickly put it to the purple team's vision. They do see a Mumu. Mumu actually had an ult on that one. He drops straight away with the Kennen's ult, and Lee Sin's damage. A lot of damage coming out from both teams. Purple team picking up 2 kills. It does look like Tristana gets a kill in return, just to finish off that Kennen, and it does look like Lee Sin. Actually, that's the opposite side. Lee Sin risking a lot of finishing off Tristana. Oh my god, the amount of damage coming off here from both teams. Cho'Gath actually finishing off Lee Sin again, and there we go. We have a 5-for-2 trade. This was an insane trade. I do believe that was probably a bit of a mistake on the blue team side. They kind of should have just left the dragon go and backed off as soon as they realized that the purple team was coming straight down to them. But of course they have to make the call, and they made the call to stay and fight. I do believe that the dragon probably did a bit too much damage to them right before the purple team engaged, and that could have caused a bit of a problem. And of course the fact that it was kind of you know, it's the team fight started off with not everyone even being there, which means that they were able to engage, the purple team was able to engage onto the blue team without the whole team being there, and that caused a bit of a problem. Now it does look like the blue team is going to lose another turret right now. That is going to be a 3-3 tie, and purple team have actually managed to pull ahead on the gold again. It's 27.8 to 30.1, which is about a 2.3 thousand gold difference. Not a very big difference at this level, or at this time of the game. I mean, it's less than 10% difference, but this is going to start coming into effect with the fact that the blue team is no longer that far ahead on kills, which means that the purple team is getting back their confidence, they're getting back their strategy, and they're starting to kind of have a bit of a more advantage when it comes to actually team fights. The way I see it, if I had to look at the teams though, personally, I think that the blue team has a bit of a better team. The reason I'm saying this is actually a few reasons, more than one. One, they have a Mumu. A Mumu is one of the best engaging champions in the game. If he can ult 5 people, not only is that a massive amount of damage, it's actually also quite a lot of CC. I mean, rooting somebody, let's quickly target him. Let's see how long it lasts for. It's 2-second root with 250 damage at rank 2, so 350 I would assume, or 400 at rank 3. So he is going to engage again, and as you can see, getting a stun, but it does look like Nidalee's still getting taken out by Tristana's massive range. Now let's quickly look at her range at the moment, about 640, whereas Vayne's is, I believe, 550. Yeah, it is 550. So Tristana towards the later game is actually one of the best champions for AD carries. The only problem is you really have to hold on towards the start and do really well. Caitlyn is the only one that challenges her for range, and I believe she has 650 if I'm not mistaken, or 600, I don't remember exactly, but towards the late game, I think once 13 passes, Tristana does end up pulling ahead on the range, which gives her the range advantage. Now Mumu is actually spotted here. That is going to give away the fact that he's spotted. I should have probably made it a bit more clear that, you know, they should have made it less clear that they're aware exactly of where he is, because of course that ward was very well placed, very well actually placed by Janna, of course, predicting that Mumu might engage from that bush. Now, as I was saying, I'm going to go back to why I think the blue team has a better team. Mumu, an absolutely great engage. Cho'Gath has a big knock-up, he has a big silence, and he also has his ult, which does true damage. Very, very good for finishing off somebody when they're pretty low health and you don't want them to get away. It does true damage, it can't be resisted in any form of way. Really? Did that just play music? That was pretty cool. So yeah, you can't really get away from Cho'Gath's ult, apart from if you have, I believe, Kael's ult on you, or of course Zilean revive. That obviously helps as well. Now, not a problem for the blue team, rather. Sorry, for the purple team. Actually, no, I'm going to stick to the blue team first. Irelia is a monster late game. She's very, very dangerous. She's very tanky, and she's just very difficult to take down, of course, especially with her passive, which reduces her the CC that lasts on her. Now, Mumu coming in here, he does look like he's going to engage on her, but I think there was a bit no point in doing that. I believe she's going to be perfectly safe backing off here. Of course, Irelia actually coming over here as well. It does look like Nidalee is going to try to juke them, going to go into their jungle. I'm sure there is no wards or anything like that. Purple team actually all over here. I'm not sure why they're not trying to pick her off. It does look like Nidalee is going to actually get safe there, and I believe that was actually probably the right call, because of the fact that after a while of chasing, it's just not worth the time trying to chase somebody down in jungle. It's quite a bit better to even kill 5 or 6 minions for each player than to actually pick up that kill. Or as you can see here, they're actually going to be able to almost take out in third. Kennen going to be able to come in here, do a lot of damage with his ult. He's going to be dropping quite a little bit, quite a big bit actually, and he is going to get dropped to Irelia. Irelia picking up just another kill, 315. Lulu taken out, so that's not a great kill for the blue team, for the purple team rather, because of course she is the support, and they have lost Lee Sin and Kennen. That is a big two big time hitters, so a bit of a mistake from the purple team that they had to focus Lulu. I do believe that they shouldn't have focused her no matter what, because simply it was just not worth the cooldown. Now they are going to lose a turret as well, so that is a bit of a mistake here. Also, there isn't really that much that they can do though. With actually Vayne getting caught here, she is going to get killed by Tristana. Tristana surprisingly able to do more damage than Vayne. Let's quickly go back to the item tab, and the reason for that is actually there is no real reason why Tristana should be able to do more damage right now. She doesn't even have boots yet. So let's quickly look at their stats. I'm interested on what the hell is going on with that. So 213 damage, 21% lifesteal, and 1700 health. In comparison to Vayne, who has 1700 health, about the same. She has 202 damage, so only a little bit less. And she has crit also. So that is really strange. You know, to have that kind of difference, you know, in damage. I mean, she also had a support, but of course she probably engaged a bit lower health. Vayne is also gonna be a bit problematic for the blue team later. I did say that the blue team has a bit of a better composition, but that doesn't mean that it's over. Of course, the way I see it, it's never over until it's over. You know, when Nexus gets blown up, that's when it's over. The blue team, the purple team's advantage are actually quite numerous as well. They have a big area of effect heal that can also knock back enemies. That is Jaina. Second, they have Vayne, who has probably the most damage output towards the late game for any AD carry in the game. Italy again getting a bit unlucky here. Actually getting caught this time. It does look like they're going to ult her. I believe 2 ults being used on her. 3 ults rather, because it does look like Amumu got Lulu's ult as well. Oh my god! Lee Sin actually getting this kill. Managing to snipe him from the bush. Wow, that was quite unlucky by Tristana to be getting caught there. Again, Lee Sin coming in with another snipe. I'm not sure how they're not even able to see him right now. He just sniped 2 people perfectly. Probably going to get a triple kill here. Oh, never mind actually. And yeah, oh my god. Vayne picking that kill up. Now Lee Sin going to be able to jump onto here again. Does look like they might pick up another kill here if any of these guys can be stunned or even slowed. There we go, another kill taken out by Vayne. Are they going to pick up a third kill? Oh my god, a perfect stun coming on to Lulu. Lulu is going to drop also. An ace coming off from Kennen. 5-4-0. Holy crap, that fight was intense. It lasted from like all the way here, all the way to here, and then all the way to here. Like, I mean, that is an insanely long fight, and it pretty much... That was just crazy. They're going to try to rush actually Baron right now. I'm not quite sure if they can do it. They are dropping a little bit low, but they do have Vayne, Lee Sin, and Jaina here. Kennen is in the middle distracting them, but Lee Sin could get a bit low here. This could get pretty dangerous. If any of the blue team were here, they would definitely wipe them and completely kill them, but it does look like the Baron is going to get taken out. These guys are all, except for Vayne, are all kind of low. They would want to back off right now, get very safe. I can't see the chat, so that is a bit unfortunate. Let's quickly have a look at the vision. Now the purple team has only 1 ward here, and they had the Baron team, the Baron side, quite covered. The blue team on the other hand has very roughly the same, except for instead of Baron they have Dragon covered, which is a little bit strange. Quickly have a look at the no fog, and there is of course no Dragon up right now. That was taken out very recently. Now 17 to 15 kills, 27 minutes into the game. We have 41,000 gold to 43.8. That's a 3.8 thousand gold difference. Not a very big difference at all. Less than 10% at this time of the game. So it's right up there with, you know, neck and neck. There isn't really that much difference between the teams right now. They're both doing well, and they both still have a chance. Now let's quickly go back to talking about the purple team. The purple team's advantage, they actually, as I said, they have quite a few of them. They have Lee Sin, who's very good at sniping. He's very also good for harassment and getting away. Fortunately, Nidalee always getting caught, so she's kind of letting them down quite a lot. That is, I mean, it's 2-6. She's doing quite badly in terms of actually getting away or scouting or warding or anything. Now, Lee Sin, as I said, he's very good at sniping, he's very good at getting away, he's very good at harassment. Kennen, of course, Kennen is dangerous. He has a massive area of effect ult, which just does so much damage, and even more importantly, it has a massive stun. Let's quickly have a look at the tooltip actually. I believe it can hit one target only 3 times. Yeah, if he gets all 5 targets, he actually can hit them all. As you can see, it does hit 15 targets. So it can hit up to 15 times, and single targets can only be hit 3 times. As well as the fact that the ult does quite a lot of damage. I mean, look at that, 210 plus 97, which is based on a 243 AP scaling, which being 97, I'm assuming is about a 0.4 scaling or something like that, 0.3 maybe. Probably 0.4 is a bit more accurate, I would say. Yeah, actually that's exactly 0.4 scaling. And then take it into account that that's a 3-tick ult. If you basically get somebody in that ult, then 100%, sorry, I take it back, 120% of your AP is actually end up going into the target as damage. So quite a lot of damage for that output. So that is again a big, very big output for them. Again, another advantage. Actually, Nidalee is being both an advantage and a disadvantage. One, she can snipe, but a disadvantage is she keeps getting caught. That is a bit of a mistake from her right now. She's a very good Q for harassment. She can do quite a lot of damage when it comes to, you know, sniping off the AD carry or somebody like that. And then, last but not least, we have who did I not talk about? Vayne. I think I didn't talk about Vayne. Vayne has the single best output towards the late game. She has her silver bullets. Her silver bullets, just a ridiculous amount of damage. I mean, 8% of targets held every 3 hits. That is an insane output. So let's see what's going on here. It does look like the blue team is going to be completely on the defensive on that turret. I'm not quite sure if there's anything they can do here right now. I mean, they're just getting worn down more and more by Kennen and Nidalee. But as you can see, Nidalee again getting caught just a little bit. She's going to pick up a few heals, or rather a heal. They only have one. And there we go, the damage onto the turret is going to be done now. There's no minions, there's nothing to hide behind. And Mumu actually trying to engage that, but getting knocked up at the exact perfect time. That was absolutely brilliant. Brilliant hurricane, or rather typhoon. No, it's a howling gale. I keep messing up Janna's names. But basically howling gale was perfectly timed. Just perfect to end up preventing Mumu from engaging. There we go, Nidalee getting caught again. This is a big problem for them. And actually Kennen not able to ult there until quite a lot later. He did get silenced for a while. Now we do have a 1-for-1 trade right now. Kennen also ending up actually dying. I'm not sure why Janna actually ended up backing off there. I do believe she should have stayed in the ult. I mean, of course, yeah, she wants to get away, but I mean, chances are she's going to get chased down anyways. And the 3 purple players remaining are actually running back to their base with their tails between their legs. There isn't really anything that they can do left here. Of course, they could have tried to snipe Lulu, but Irelia, as I said, very menacing towards the late game. I mean, ridiculously menacing. I mean, right now she has 2.6 thousand health. She has 1.5 attack speed. She has a wit's end. She's probably going to be building her Blade of Ruined King pretty shortly, but it's obviously not there just yet. Tristana going to be doing quite a lot of damage to this turret. I love when Tristana presses her Q. It just does so much damage, and she just bursts something down very quickly. Now, Vayne getting blown up ridiculously fast here, but at the same time, Vayne did blow up Tristana, so it does look like the top laner versus the jungle right now. Of course, Nidalee is coming in here as well from the top direction. Now, it does look like she's probably going to end up getting caught here, but it is obviously very up to this support as well. The support could probably support her just about enough to actually manage to keep them off her. It does look like Lee Sin decides to back off, just chasing a little bit too far. And again, Nidalee causing a lot of trouble right now. Let's quickly look at Nidalee's score again. Nidalee is actually Diamond 1 with 2486. I can't believe how many mistakes she's making in terms of chasing or getting caught. But quite lucky there that her whole team came in there to help her. So 2 people getting taken out from the blue team. So that is quite a nice bit of gold boost as well as a confidence boost for the purple team. I mean, they did just pick off 2 quite important people to support, and Irelia, who is obviously the top laner. I don't really have to say that, but it does look like Baron is going to be warded here. They're going to be preparing for it very shortly. Of course, Baron, probably the most important fighting zone in the game, because long day. Probably one of the most important fighting zones in the game, just purely because of the fact that Baron not only does a lot of damage to your team, but if you take the risk and you actually end up taking out that Baron, he ends up doing such wonders for your team. 1, he regenerates your health. 2, he gives you health. 3, what am I saying? He gives you AP. 3, he gives you AD. So it's 2 huge benefits, and there's some champions that benefit even more from it. Let's take into example Katarina. Katarina scales off both AD and AP equally. They both give her damage. Obviously AP is a bit more favorable because you can get bigger numbers out of it, but some champions just simply get more benefit out of it, and as you can see right now, blue team rushing that Baron. They are going to take it quite freely. Not much that the purple team could do about this. Gleason getting taken out almost instantly there, with Kennen following him very, very quickly right after. Now this could get very, very dangerous for the purple team. There's not much that they can do in terms of fighting back right now. They have to be on the defensive. They have to defend their turrets and their inhibitor. There isn't really that much that their team can do, though, while 2 are down. It does look like Janna is also going to get caught here with a permanent slow. I believe that will probably be... Who had a permanent slow? I can't even tell who had the permanent slow. I do believe that it was probably one of the knockup skills. I'm not sure. I think I missed it. But it does look like the inhibitor is going to drop for the purple team. So the blue team is going to be pushing it onto the turrets here. Now, there's nothing that the purple team can do right now. Lee Sin is up in 5 seconds. This could get very messy. They are going to probably end up just rushing this, taking their rating, and finishing this game. It does look like this is going to drop, and the blue team is going to secure it. So there you go. Blue team on the loss, on the retreat, and on the defense pretty much the whole game until the very end. And as I said, this is very, very heavily reliant on the team composition. Amumu is a very, very, very common ban. Believe it or not, he's probably banned in about 90 to 95% of games. He's a very common ban, probably even more than 95%. He's just ridiculously banned a lot, and it's kind of strange that, you know, people at higher level play sometimes let him slip, because if you don't ban Amumu, he has one of the best engages. He definitely has, you know, some of the best crowd control form when it comes to 1 year stun and then straight into a 2-second route. And of course, not to mention that he does area of effect damage, which does percentage health. Good for pretty much taking out anything. Irelia causing a lot of trouble with her slows as well as her health and tankiness. Cho'Gath again, ult, tankiness, damage. He's just crazy. Lulu did quite a good job. I gotta say that Lulu really does, I would even say, deserve man of the match for this match. I saw an absolutely brilliant silence onto Kennen here. I mean, Kennen was capable of getting 5 people into his ult, but because Lulu actually managed to silence him perfectly on the right time, he only, I think, managed to get 2, if I'm not mistaken. You can go back and check it if you wish. If not, you can continue watching, obviously. So, another problem with the purple team actually I found was that Nidalee is a semi-support AP carry, which means that having Janna with her on the same team is a little bit problematic. She's not quite able to dish out that AP damage that she should, especially against such a heavy team from the blue team. I mean, they have Cho'Gath, they have Amumu, and they have Irelia. These are champions that you really don't want to engage when you're the AP carry. If they catch you, you could be dead in a matter of seconds. So as you can see, Nidalee and Janna causing a bit of problems when matched up together. Now the biggest fault for the purple team, though, I gotta say, is Nidalee getting underfed, underkills, and giving away quite a lot of kills. She got caught so many times. I mean, 8 deaths for her right now. That is a bit less than a third of the blue team's deaths just for one champion. It's just too much. You can't die that many times. So yeah, I'll end it here. The games that are going to be given away have already been shown on the screen, and I believe they're probably going to be taken off right now. And just leave me a comment below if you want them. Make sure to check your system requirements if you're actually able to run it. If you're running on a basic laptop, I wouldn't recommend it, because most of these games will actually not run. So that's it. I'll end it here. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully it'll be another League of Legends video, perhaps not. I'm not sure. I am not really scheduling any very organized videos right now. So anyways, I'll leave it here. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a thumbs up if you did. Leave me any comments, and of course, if you would like one of the games, do say that below also. See you guys in the next episode. I'm Vaipo. I'm out. Thanks for watching.